a timber cat, intoxicated to the point past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or Jill will get a water back and have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not the mitral cats. It's deeper than tats and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps, meant for the wise as well as the spoiled brats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terrible habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this, man. Yes, sir. I can't carry my boys that chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, I need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you gonna work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose your soul? To the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near you. Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew heavily until the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week, intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So through the knowledge, that means hold your head, let the past stay dead, and keep a level head, and don't be misled. Remember most of what I said. I'm hot like the times in the rock, but you got us hot from working on the block. By the end of the night, how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media planned it. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more times in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows that hit like mouth on tits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of? Ancient Chinese secret now. Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class, partner? Wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up, son. It is written that there's nothing new under the sun, nothing new. And that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Yo, you've been getting in the way and what you knock you down. Yes, but we gon' bring the light, yeah. A Max B production, baby. You know what it is. Listen, I'm known to tell you to fight back. There's no need to sell crack just to live fat. Why don't black superstars simply give back when they know it's a struggle just to live black? Can you picture that, Mr. Aristocrat? I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top, and conscious is the tone on the CDs I drop. I won't flip-flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I hook your ass. See, we first-class living, worse than slaves of the earlier days, and we adapted the ways of the slave master. I stand upon it, the very rock which put your people in bondage just to get 100. The big face kind, and it
it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking mind. That's why I'm speaking mine, hopefully they change yours, to pull you out of these streets from these drugs and strange whores. Huh. Is anybody there? Is there love out there? Is anybody there? Is there love out there? It's like we died inside, no longer having pride. We're still for rides, a new skill to hide. And like the red tide, go and get our heads dyed. Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside. Sleep the circumstance, though our eyes open wide. Fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Eat chicken many ways, but prefer it fried. Like your man on death row when his relatives cried. It's death a mistake because somebody lied. And we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Convicted on the statement implied with no proof. Now will the warden cry that he killed another youth? I truly doubt it, that's why we stay in the booth. Just cause it ain't enough, we should demand and show proof. And if they overlook our voices, then we raise the roof. Which one of y'all do? Is anybody there? Is there love out there? Is anybody there? Is there love out there? Hopefully you treat your people like being that I feel like I'm a slave, maybe slave. Yo, man, you made a serious mistake. What you handle me, homie? Slave to the system. Yeah, sound like a winner right there. Come on, come on. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. Hold up a minute, fam, let me ask you this. Did your last promotion offer you an ass to kiss? Hashtag for this, I know a better way and many honestly wonder why you bash the shit. Your heart's got to be right to make it from here. For animosity and hate, you can place it here. No time for pity, we partying all the way. No time to be the victim, we got a call to take. Keep it square and watch God fall the fake. A linebacker reads well before they call the play. Hoping you always say, hoping we always pray. Invest a little bit of time in a taller day. Forget the ball and play. We got stakes in Israel with much more beef than the Shaw can say. Now that's the scholar's way. No lust for the cause of throwbacks. In fact, give them all away. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. Inside my circles are deep bows and little Urkels, and need no brown types with no remorse if they hurt you. Many out to take you, plotting schemes for your paycheck. And no, I'm not a snitch just because I come and say that. Look, dude, I don't play that. When my boy G-Lo was killed, you know you saw me on the news. If you choose to look way back, so stay back. I'm militant like Osama, intelligent like Obama, and you can ask your mama. No need to wonder. I'm like the 10th one under the commission of the author of life. When I was younger, I would do what a thug would tend to do. And if you got the last lick, quickly remember you. Our lives change, but still things remain the same. Slave masters got these brothers' brains and chains. Yo, I'm feeling your pain. Down and out in life, seeing your prayers, but not seeing the change. We in the sin age. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free.
simple.
Yo kid, you can take my advice and dismiss the current hit list. These cats are getting fat from facades and illusions, causing grief and confusion. God knows the rap game need a new son. Here I am, here Lord you can use me. Please don't let the industry abuse me and let the anointing choose me. And the sheep that's walking to sleep but rise that's groovy. I'm taking strong stands and they can't move me. I'm armed with the verbal Uzi. I'm on my good foot and watching my step quiet as kept. If you gamble, place your bets, but God is with me. And there's no way to win playing the odds against me. Most of these cats have money, but their soul is empty. And the guilty is the one who stole Creepy Kenty. 1 million men gather won't change a thing. If we only choose to hate a slang or gang bang, we will never see a change.
Are you tired of this rap music? Are you tired of this rap music? More jack music, yes, it's just about the next music. It's much more than black music. Are you tired of this rap music?
I know you are. Be real with me. Hold on for the second verse. Can you hear me now? Look, it should be crystal clear. Can you hear me now? It's like I'm right in your ear. Can you hear me now? I have a real important question. Can you hear me now? Get your pen as I wreck it. I'm making moves, Blackberry kept close. It's a hustle and slang dope tracks on both coasts. In the Gulf of Mexico, they all know. And yo, bro, they feeling the pulse and they begging for more. Perceived as dirty, although I'm clean as a whistle. Precise flows target your heart like missiles. And when I hit the mark, I blow you out in the dark. Whether you're straight as an arrow or you're prone to spark. How could you think things for us gonna ever get right when they only seem us in a negative light? Just to change things, I'm using all of my might, but yet we argue and fight throughout the day and night. If you're a crackhead, show me who you're basing with. See type of actions, no fiction in relationship. Maybe it's deep depression that you're dealing with, causing you to spill off into the illness fit. This time around, there's a change of plans. This time around, it's shameful man. This time around, we'll be keeping it tight. No longer seeing each other in a negative light. And if the president's right, I will support the cause, but he's not. If he's obviously breaking God's laws, ain't no man perfect. We all have flaws, but here's a few words of wisdom for all of y'all.
Are you tired of this rap music? Are you tired of this rap music? The rap poetry music, I suggest you buy the next music. It's much more than black music. Are you tired of this rap music? Are you tired of this white music? This rap poetry music, I suggest you buy the next music. It's much more than black music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Taking over the airwaves. Let us play. Oh, God's coming this way. Yeah, we're taking over the airwaves. We're taking over the airwaves. Let us play. One objective, Jack, and let's get my crown back and restoring relationships with the surround that. And yes, you're bobbing your head because these clowns are whack.
I might need to get a beehive. Weigh my stuff up, man. Salt and pepper looking kind of like, you know what I mean? What's cracking? What's up, oh? What's up, ToLU'S? I'm surprised y'all the only two up in here. That make no sense. But then again, it makes perfect sense.
Take the reading for fun instead of gold. For finally meeting the one. Get all excited for he has a place where you either the devil or disgrace can replace you, dude. So let's face it, dude, you gotta go like me. Family history and legacy was stole like these. Revenging souls that were hung on trees and restoring life to the lost souls of this brain disease. Taking over the airwaves. Yeah, taking over the airwaves. Taking over the airwaves. Yeah, taking over the airwaves. Hey yo, I'm looking for directions, bruh. Is that right? Yo, you harboring the essence, bruh, of that lie. But you got to elevate and walk that out. Too many imposters simply want to talk that out. Let them know if they talk about it, they best to be about it. Form a plan and then plot.
I was over here.
About it. And if they
Chris Walker, I do it better than I did 10 years ago. I was like,
we need to see the proof. Blind faith for most.
Spelling out my name and spelled out all doctrinous. I was like, wait a minute. This like look too good. I was just spinning on it. Spinning on it. Oh, man. I ain't gonna show nobody that.
Or Islamic. It make me want to vomit when I see the mess. And when you're dealing with the righteous, you can see the rest.
Yo, what's cracking? Hey, look, if y'all listening to Max V, Ocelot, where's some more music at, bro? I got one song, bro. I know you was in the emotion when you wrote that. Yes, you was. But where's some other good stuff? Cause good voice, bars are solid. You know what I'm saying? Hello. And our brother ToLU'S, man. I'm starting to believe that me and that side of his family, we all blood related for real. I've been looking at some of the family pictures and I'm like, East Coast, Carolina. Wait a minute now. Because I got a lot of family. Listen here, man. I remember one so-called family reunion, and there had to be at least 10,000 people there in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. More than that, probably. It just looked like an ocean of heads and people. All family. Not like 8th and 7th and all that. No, family. Like immense. You had some light-skinned people, and they was family. I'm talking about blood family. Literally in this all on land. I don't know how many acres. It was not people just stopping by visiting. Then you had the people, the in-laws. It was an insignificant number. I mean, 70, 74. 69, 70, 70, and 70. There's quite a few of them. I can't remember the exact year. It was always a sea of people. 75. And when Cook and Dunn sponsored, Painting and Spun with Cook and Dunn. That guy, that Jewish guy, he paid for our entire, because my grandmother took care of him until he passed. It was a paint store in South End, which is 4th Ward, not far from barbershop, around this little inn. And he paid for our entire family reunion, Jewish guy. Mama took care of him until his last day, a number of years. She worked at Bellevue, crazy, and Mountainside, and crazy, and the crazy ward. Told you about when I was a youth, she took me there to some of the parties. And remember I told y'all I met this, I thought she was a little girl. She was an adult, tiny, looking like a little orphan Annie. Killed her whole family. I'm sitting there just chickling and cuckling, and oh, she's cute, and I'm not even a teenager, and this thing's probably about 21, 22 years old. She done percolated the whole family. I'm just saying, man. I don't know what was going on with my grandmother, but she was gonna make sure she took care of us. So, and that was in Mountainside. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just read a little bit. It looks like it wants to rain. I don't know if it looks like it over there. If you're donating, good. If you're here watching, hey, if it's your first time here, welcome to the tribe. It doesn't matter who. I'm attempting to find out what's going on with our beloved sister in Hawaii. So I'm attempting to see if she has other platforms. So I went to her YouTube channel. They're not subscribed to everybody that subscribes. If they chat, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go and subscribe to your channel. If you don't chat, You know. Oh, and these guys want massage. That was just to drive you. The guys over here, and if they was, it wouldn't matter to me anyway. That was just to show you that emotions and feelings can be shaped all kind of ways. Because the first thing y'all do when I say that word is you immediately process a thought. I need for y'all not to process a thought. I need y'all to know and let it be because you're comfortable in your state. Remember, it's always going to be a test. And it's a test all the time with me. I'm going to test it all this next life. I'm going to do a lot of testing. We're going to figure it out. Or you're not. So, let's get into the reading. We'll read 1 or 2 from 100 Years of Lynching, get right into the Negro Project, and then, because, later on we're going to come in and get into the good stuff. I know y'all like, wait a minute, you took a day off. Well, I had to. Okay? Excuse me. Let's goji berry, lemon and lime. Lemon and lime. I should have threw some fennel seeds in there. Fennel seeds are good for your blood pressure. You know that, people? Let me see. Let me pull it up right quick before I get to reading because I want to make sure. And I want to read something else before I even do this. Real quick. Just want to pull this up. Oh. See, let's stop pulling it up. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So fennel seeds are rich in potassium that regulates the fluid amount in the bloodstream. It helps to control your heart rate and blood pressure. What, Papa? What is it, Papa? Yeah? Oh, you just wanted to talk? It's about to rain. I know you can smell it like I can. I'm working with my brothers and sisters here. I want to elevate them and share them more things. I can't really do dark chocolate. I got that for everybody else to make them real dark cocoa like during the winter time with organic marshmallows, which I'm out of. And so I have about several of these, and I like to chew a small handful. Now, they're also good for the digestive system, okay? The fluids regulating and gas. And with me burping, I was sitting there saying, let me grab some. Before I do that, let me go ahead and read it to you, okay? So excellent because they're high in potassium. But you want to make sure you get the right ones because you got to be careful on the market today. Is every one of them good? No. Is certain ones? Of course. Which ones? I'm not testing them. So I afford myself the time and patience with certain companies that I communicate with. In our rationale, it's important to reach out. Matters not if people lie, because when you start tapping into certain things, you'll know, just audibly, you'll know when somebody is being, whether it's through subjugation or whatever, subverting. You'll be able to hear it. So whenever people say, hi, how are you doing? It doesn't matter what language. I know it. I know if it's meaningful or if it's meaningless. And I'll respond. How you doing? Always not with the utmost of politeness, but with decency and in retrospect of the response. I respond to anybody. Doesn't mean that I got to act a fool. Let me show you. Still not 2 o'clock, but I'm going to have a few of these. So there's a lot of issues right now in the world going on with blood pressure. As you know, I'll be curling my dumbbells and my chin-ups and all that. Even though I have scoliosis and wrist problems and all that stuff, I don't give it power. So I like to make fennel soup. I can't find no good fennels unless I go to Flagstaff to Sprouts. I can get like 2 fennel hearts. Give me a couple of red onions, a couple of mushrooms. I got a bunch of them my baby girl sent me. I'm waiting on the lion's mane, which is hard to come by. But what I usually do, I don't like chewing the dark brown ones. Nothing wrong with it, but they're a little harder. So what I do is I get about that much. Oh, phenomenal. Got that real dark black, which is the best licoricey taste. Same thing when you make fennel soup. And if you add a couple, like I'm not, for some reason, my body's reacting to beets, which I've been eating like all my life. But if you add about 2 tablespoons of minced beets into it, like you would like 2 shallots of garlic, not only will you hit that toilet, okay, but you'll feel so refreshed. As y'all know, I'm big on philosophy, right? And I like to read certain philosophical stone, right? Philosopher's stone. Okay, but let me give you the etymology as far as of what perception is. The etymology of perception, epispert, perception is a central issue in etymology, the theory of knowledge at root. All our empirical knowledge is, per se, right? So, the philosophy of perception is concerned, not marginal to. Perception is concerned with the nature of perceptual experience. They're always going to allude to something else, so be mindful of that. So what are they going to allude to? Probably an animal. Nature of perceptual experience and the status of perceptual data. So when we read the philosophy of perception, how things are perceived, how you see it, and it registers, it's concerned with the nature, is it natural, of perceptual experience, what's conceived, not contrite, but what's conceived, and the status of perpetual data, the information that's stored in how you perceived it. Does it mean that you can't perceive it wrong? Of course, that's what it's alluding to. It's not giving you a exact line, okay? In particular, how they relate to beliefs, okay? That's good. And this is very good. You got to chew for a while, people. I think one of the greatest ones I believe they ever mentioned was Socrates. There's no Socrates there, y'all. I have a lot of books. Socrates. I have a lot of books. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So philosophy is the creative perception by the spirit of the meaning of human experience. These are things that can be confused easily. Okay. One of the ones that I like when it gets into philosophy, I love how Confucius says life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Life is really simple, the nature of it. Doesn't have chaos. But they've groomed you to think that volcanoes is chaotic. No, it's an order. It's natural. It's supposed to happen per se. Okay? How do we conceive it? And then how we store the information based on words utilized, which are mantras that cast spells. We accept chaos like fire, hell, destruction, destroy, because when people are not being nurtured and living without all the calamities. Because if you're moving in a certain way, that means that you're nurtured, trained. That means you know. Why would you have to be worried if there's nothing to worry about? Because there's a natural order to it. You know to be away from that. You know you can sense things. But because of our chemical adaptation, well, we haven't adapted, but influences, okay, which break down a lot of things. When I say you used to be able to hear 10, 20 miles away, I'm not playing. When I say you could smell over several 8 miles away, I'm not playing. Our vision, they always give you this 20/20 mark. What does 20/20 really inlay? There are people who can see much farther than that. Why is that a few? But they will take it to a fake science and a fake history and a fake math and a fake medicine. Oh, well, every once and often 1 out of 1,000, which is a complete lie. Okay? So I just felt like I would share that with you. Let's go ahead and get into reading. Devin Moore, what's up, beloved? Scott, what's going on? Peace, beloved. What's happening? What's happening? So the more come in, appreciate you all chatting. Salutations. So let me get back in here. Yeah, be careful if you got a lot of space between your teeth. I really don't. Only right here from the boxing, the mouthpiece, and pushing my teeth out when I was sleep apnea. One time I got punched, man, my teeth moved in. And instead of putting the guard on like the dentist had gave me, I didn't do it. So they kind of went forward a little bit. That's why I got the space. Okay. So listen to this. 100 Years of Lynching by Ralph Ginsberg. Okay. It's pretty crazy cover with American red dripping. And they did exactly what I thought they would do. The last two videos, they're saying this, they put the gold in. They can't help themselves. But then when I spoke upon it, right, when I called them, everything was green. And it was because it was where it should be. We're adults talking. I don't include for young people to be able to come and they know good and well, just like they get guns, they can come and see these videos. But they're not because they're too busy looking at all the chaos. That shows you that these people are emotionally unstable, that they are seriously delusional. And then I looked at the views and I said, wait a minute. I went back and looked at my screenshots of the videos and people who viewed it. Then I looked at the views after and I looked at the time. So what they're doing is they want to manipulate everything because they think they're in control. That's control? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. It just further shows that not only do they accept the fact that they're perverted, and they accept, no, they don't. Their irrational behavior and their weak demeanor is comical, not commendable. It's funny. I guess someone's sitting there going, well, nothing happened to us this week. That's not how it works. It's not about an if, it's a when. This is not to you guys. This is directly to them, the monkeys watching. Okay? The ones who want to be silent and think they're doing something. All right. So let's get into Birmingham Voice of the People, April 1st, 1916. Bumps into girl is lynched. Cedar Bluff, Mississippi, March 31. Jeff Brown was lynched by a mob here late Saturday afternoon. Brown was walking down the street near the car tracks and saw a moving freight going in the direction in which he wanted to go. He started on the run to board the moving train. On the sidewalk was the daughter of a so-called pale-skinned farmer. Brown accidentally brushed against her and she screamed. A gang quickly formed and ran after him, jerking him off the moving train. He was beaten into insensibility and then hung to a tree. The sheriff has made no attempt to find out who the members of the mob were. Picture cards of the body are being sold on the streets at 5 cents apiece. I'm reading this because I need my light-skinned brothers to know, especially you young ones, ex-military, special forces, whatever. You think going overseas and fighting and killing, joining the police department, getting a hit every once in a while with some of our brothers and sisters who are wayward and confused just like yours, is the answer that there's no return, no eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth? You have sadly been mistaken, and you can't hide. With all those things that have happened, the sins of the father, well, you better go talk to your so-called chazars, the ones who groomed and nurtured you into the ignorant state you're in, instead of sitting here watching, thinking you're safe and you're okay. Unless you change your ways. That I can guarantee. Atlanta Constitution, April 4th, 1916. Lynch from courthouse. If you say that they're from another place, right? Then you don't have to really take it to heart. They're African, as if that's a good thing. And that's why I say most Africans are ignorant, because they will come here and be like your throwaway when they haven't created, invented nothing, made nothing. So you have people you harmed on their land, and you're raising a new generation of individuals first here. You want to subjugate everybody so you can control the world, but you need people to do your dirty work. You're going to make them out like as if they're from somewhere else to dismiss the origin, because some people might have real sympathy, as millions of our light-skinned brothers and sisters are getting today. They are waking up and going, whoa. And they don't want to address this because it's a painful time, a painful era. I can't blame them. The fact of the matter, if you don't remember the past, you're doomed to repeat the. And that's why they need the past erased. Because if you remember, you might start standing up. Herbo, Snoo, what's up, love? So, Atlanta Constitution, April 4th, 1916. Lynch from courthouse. Out of Oklahoma, April 3rd. After listening to the evidence at the preliminary hearing here today of Oscar Martin, a Negro charged with having attacked, see, they won't say indigenous, Indian, who he truly was, the true so-called Jews, okay? Charged with having attacked a 13-year-old girl, a mob of 500 men overpowered court attaches and hanged the Negro from a second-story balcony of the courthouse. Evidently, at a previously arranged signal, the mob sprang up from among the spectators at the conclusion of the evidence, and while court officers were held prisoners, dragged the Negro to the balcony from which he was thrown after one end of a rope and had been placed around his neck and the other made secure to a post. The mob dispersed within a few minutes, and tonight the town is quiet. And you need to know that brother that in Waco, Texas, that was burnt, there were 15,000 onlookers. That means a lot of these people out here you're running around with, direct relations. Think. The Negro Project. Bruce Flaring, Margaret Sanger's diabolical, duplicitous, dangerous, disastrous, and deadly plan for Black America, so-called Black America. We know it wasn't her plan. We know she was put to it, all right? And that's just the way it is, okay? Virginia's law, euphemistically titled the Racial Integrity Act, was passed in 1924, and a lot of you should be very aware of what the Racial Integrity Act is now. It was against the Indians. Us, in 1924, and was a direct result of the efforts of eugenics supporters like Dr. Harry Laughlin, Ernest Cox, John Powell, and Walter Plecker. Laughlin's rule, if y'all look at Walter Plecker, who financed him, who put him in his position, pay attention to the small, tedious details, and you'll see these things, okay? Even John Powell and Ernest Cox, Harry Laughlin, y'all should know about that individual, that monkey. Anyway, his role in promulgating the law was especially odious. Laughlin's role was promulgating the law was especially odious. In 1914, he issued a model eugenical sterilization law as one of his first major acts at the Eugenics Records Office, aimed at passing legislation that authorized sterilization of the socially inadequate. Now, the law would cover a laundry list of institutionalized individuals who were housed in facilities that were maintained wholly or in part at public by taxpayers' expenses. Do you want me to read that again? Yes. The law would cover a laundry list of institutionalized individuals who were housed in facilities that were maintained wholly or in part at public taxpayers' expenses. Those people who came under this definition included the feeble-minded, insane, criminalistic, epileptic, inebriate, drunk or alcoholic, diseased, blind, deaf, deformed, and dependent. Further, Laughlin proposed that orphans, tramps, ne'er-do-wells, the homeless, and paupers all be candidates for coercive sterilization procedures. How different would things be today if the parents of Helen Keller or Stephen Hawking, two shining examples of the unique human ability to overcome unspeakable handicap, had been sterilized and rendered unable to bring them into the world? For they clearly would have found themselves in the crosshairs of the compassionate. Now, Dr. Harry Laughlin, who himself was epileptic and therefore would have been a prime candidate for sterilization under his own proposed law. Do you see the hypocrisy of it? The state passed its law on the grounds that heredity plays an important part in the transmission of insanity, idiocy, imbecility, epilepsy, and crime, and targeted those defective persons whose reproduction supposedly presented a menace to society. The first victim of this law was a 17-year-old girl named Carrie Buck, who had had a child out of wedlock. I guess they wanted to keep the numbers back by then. She was forcibly sterilized on the dubious grounds that her mother, Emma, who was confined at the Virginia colony for the epileptic and the feeble-minded, had passed the undesirable genetic traits of feeble-mindedness and sexual promiscuity, Jesus Christmas, onto her daughter. A trial soon followed that sought to challenge the constitutionality of the state law under which Carrie was to be coercively sterilized. There's some sick individuals, aren't they? Are they or are they not? Are they or are they not? So now when you look at abortion, the fact that there are more and more people coming out and realizing that even in the womb, that fetus is alive, very alive, and sentient. I didn't really want to show her face. You smell that? That's like smoky rain. There was a big fire in Florida, and people thought it was a mushroom cloud. Yeah, that's some funky rain coming. Behold, I'm going to close the window, Papa. You right up in there just smelling it. You can smell better than me. What the frick, get back, man? That's some funky smelling rain coming. I can smell real good, y'all. You that's being nosy trying to figure out what it is. You want nurture to know what it is. Get out the window so I can close it. I'm just going to go over there and close it. I don't know what they sprayed and what may be coming in the rain, or the winds that are blowing, ergo this way, something wicked comes. I guess y'all saw the 4 horses splattered with blood, blah, 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 running through the streets. Ergo, our next book. Anyway, Behold the Pale Horse by Mr. William Cooper. There's the man they assassinated. And hell, about a quarter of what he was learning and finding out, I don't think he put it in his book. Some of it, a quarter of it, he was wrong. But you know how it is when they say they got too close, which I think is comical. Anyway, let's go ahead in Section 5. The President, remember we're in Article 9, General Provisions. Section 5. The President, the Vice Presidents, the President, the Vice Presidents, and members of the legislative houses shall in all cases except for treason, felony, and breach of the peace be exempt from penalty for anything they may say while pursuing public duties. Let me read that again. I don't like that smell. The President, the Vice Presidents, and members of the legislative houses shall in all cases except treason, felony, and breach of the peace be exempt from penalty for anything they may say while pursuing public duties. So we have treason and felonies going on all the time within this fake government. Yet people are ignorant because they don't teach them this. But the Judicial Council may make restraining rules, even if they are as clean as a whistle. All right? Section 6. Except as otherwise provided by this Constitution. Now listen, except as otherwise provided by this Constitution. Some legalese right there. Each legislative house shall establish its requirement for membership and may make rules for the conduct of members, including certificates of interest, providing its own disciplines for their infractions. That's taking it out the hand of the people, isn't it? Section 7. No new state shall interfere with officials of the new states of America in the performance of their duties, and all shall give full faith and credit to the acts of other new states and of the new states of America. Section 8. I'm not breaking that nonsense down. Public funds shall be expanded only as authorized in this Constitution. Right now, when they passed that bill 90 whatever and sent over that how many 95 billion whatever for Singapore, well, Taiwan, Ukraine, and Israel, that is everything about it was illegal. But that shows you your politicians, your governors, all of them don't give a about you. All right? And you would think people would be out here with all their law scholarly 2A and First Amendment, blah, 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 you hear all the time. You would think that they would know these things, but their actions are directed only at those things that they feel they have the freedom to say. But without taking care of this stuff, what freedom do you have if you're playing the straw man to a system while saying that you're the living man? It makes no sense. Agreed? Or disagreed? Either way, it's cool. Yes, they are sick. Very much. Delusions. What's going on, beloved? What's cracking? What's cracking? I had you in the first, right? Herbal, I got you. Hey, buddy, I'm about to close that and turn the air on and the oxygen maker on. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I know I'm dressed in something different, right? I already went in and did what I had to do. That's why I changed into my sweat attires. You know what I'm saying? I had to get chilled most. You know what I mean? I had to represent. So hopefully we'll be able to order some books tomorrow. I think something said I had something that arrived today on Amazon.
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo. Suck a dick. You owe me about $8 billion. Anyway. Did it come? Let me see if it said it came. Okay. I just want to make sure, guys. It might. I thought maybe it said it was on its way. I don't know. I mean, keep me logged in. I didn't ask to be logged out. Jeez, Nelly. Let me see. Oh. I got that one. Okay. And you can get 2-pack tourniquets for $13, y'all. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it says, no, it left. All right. It left. Okay. It left. It hasn't arrived. So that's what it was notifying me. Not yet shipped. Okay. Cool. I was sitting there saying, wait a minute. Well, I ain't feel like going out. You like that smell? That don't even smell like right. The rain don't even smell right. Al, thank you. I'm closing it. He just got out the window. Hold on. Yo, meow, nothing. You over there, but you getting high from that stuff, man? Man, don't talk smack to me, man.
Based on
Oh,
real life.
rain. That's some funky rain, bro. What you smell that shit, bro? That's my language. That is not no good rain, man. That rain stinks, bro.
Before I was knee deep out in them streets, gang.
Hey, Turret, what's going on?
Prison and that old crazy mess. This is what really makes me
That's
real.
bad smell. I'm gonna turn on the thing, make some pure
I
oxygen up in there.
arrived.
You done lost your mind, man.
August 14th, and be precise, eldest son, firstborn of 5, alive as the Christ. Had sunny days, just like.
And another thing they've been doing, right? My thumbnail, it's saved. They've been removing the thumbnail. First of all, it ain't their place to have no feelings about what's going on here. But because we have this new generation of a lot of people and people who think people are against them, I don't care about what they do. I just given them some warnings. That's all I did. They're not my warnings. I care less about anything going on. They can go unleash the super duper thermal whatever. I wouldn't care. The reality is there's still a chance. That's why everybody's still here. They think they're in control of the narrative, and they're not. Them, it, them, thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? When it's rain is funky. They think they're in control of the narrative. They're only in control of the chaos they create. That's the only control, and everybody plays a part and a role in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to beat up on them. I know it seems like it. I'm not. That's obvious if you really pay attention to what I'm saying. Yet, and that's not dismissing nothing. The thing is, when you get to a certain point, you got to remember. Let me see if I can pull this up. You got to remember, most people today. Pull that up. Based on real life, it's for all the jail feel like the genius with Emmys, the angel of life, high vibrations. Now around it feels like 1980 was no longer. Hey, excuse me. You coming up? Come on. Look at that. He had to come up and say hi. Say hi, Papa. Oh, about to get a cramp. I'm sneezing. Come on, I did sit-ups. Hold on, guys. That's how you get a hernia. Oh, are you kidding me? That was a strong sneeze. Oh. Oh. No potassium, no food. Go away, go away. Woo. And that's potassium, me eating fennel seeds. And I got a cramp. I had to beat it out. Anyway, let's see if I can pull this up. Okay, let me see. What is all them numbers right there? Is that it? Oh, today. Fuck. Oh, fuck. God damn. Oh, that's why I did too many sit-ups. And I'm cramping because of them damn sit-ups. So, freaking frack. Hold on. Let's stop beating it out. And this comes with, remember I was telling you? This comes with when you're fasting, y'all. Make me want to stand up and do this. I'll sit down and once a cramp. Oh, shit. I mean, I worked out pretty good this morning, so that's what happens. And I'm not getting a lot of potassium and stuff. Anyway, there's a scale you can look at, all right? And I was trying to pull it up. Let me see. Oh. Damn it. Never read a book for knowledge of myself. The silence I felt, not from waters of rough, but from rawness in my breath. I received meditatively. My mother and father educated me. I often think creatively. I walked through a few schools of thought that truth is art. It has no cause, yet the cause of everything. Falsehood is law. There we go. Manifest of right. Once in darkness comes to light. These words Timothy didn't write. They didn't quite sit well with a gang of y'all. When it comes to fiction, hell, truth is stranger. Oh wow. So they have a scale that'll let you know where most people read at, where it's supposed to be reading at. The sad thing is, most people in these percentages, whether it be 15, 20, 30, can't even read 5th grade comprehension. Now, you heard some of the words I was reading, right? It seemed like I wasn't stumbling with the words. I don't like the words. When you study words, you start realizing there's another word for it. And then you realize when you're saying it, it's like it even feels different. And even the long ones that just, the whole ambiguity of it all, it's just, it means nothing. It's like you got this word with 12 letters in it, And then when you read the etymology and it points out it can mean this and this and that, you're going, what is all this? When we talking about the legalese, being able to communicate on this weird way, imagine somebody standing around talking to you, you're standing around talking and you listen to them, and they're using words that's not even part of the simple, uncomplex language you speak. This is the case, the caste, and you see what I'm saying, the caste system and that ego thing, and right now most people, you got, like, I think they say 14% of the people that graduate can't even read. Are y'all aware of that? 14% of the people that graduate high school can't read. People in college can't even read at a 5th grade level. And these people go on to become this, that, and other. And then you wonder why that is Esquire, who's, they pick to be your representation in court, so-called court, right? Is dressed with his belt loops missing, the belt missing one loop, and 2 different color socks on, and is shirt buttoned up, a button skip, and I mean, for real, with peanut butter on their pants and everything. I'm just saying, and dandruff all over their stuff. Look, man, I'm not beating them up. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Wells Fargo. Yeah, they be calling because, there was always some kind of deals and stuff, and I go off on them. You don't say nothing. You robbing mother. You don't know nothing, fool. Alexander not telling me off. He's like, he knows. When your cat rubs between your legs, not only is he marking with his scent, when you walk and he's walking with you between your legs and stuff, he is actually being protective. Or she or he is being protective. Like, this is, y'all can research the stuff for yourself. You know what I mean? So you can pull the charts up yourself. They got the charts and stuff. You can look at them as far as the numbers. I'm not going to read on it. It's kind of sad. Why you got to sit on the books, bro? Okay? But I'm going to go ahead and sign off. We're right at about 57 minutes. And I appreciate y'all coming in. Ooh, that rain coming down hard right now. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Man, that cramp was bad, man. And I'm just going to sit back, finish drinking this lemon lime goji berry drink, my tea. 2 o'clock. I don't know what I'm going to make. I don't know if I even want to eat. I wish I had some lime man mushrooms. No, I don't know. I'll whoop. So I might just make a smoothie or juice or something. I don't know. I didn't even weigh myself in the last 2 days. But like I said, baby girl. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. I hope the read was good. I was very concise with wanting to get right through it and just speak on a few things. And we'll do that again later on. I have a lot of tea I want to share. I've been kind of like some of the real, I guess y'all would consider, wow, that's powerful information. I haven't shared because I feel like it's good to share stuff, but right, if you're not in a place or a position to have a deeper understanding of it, why share it? Some people say, but just share it anyway. No, everybody has a way they do things. And I do too. You know what I mean? And my thing is not to have disdain or this, that, and the other, and no hate. It's about ascension. And if you think you can ascend with having hate and all that, as if you need that kind of focus, that's wasted energy. Like I said, you can act out without being drugged up to take care of something, but the majority of you are not in that position. I know right now that if something was to happen and you had to do something, that there would be emotions and feelings behind it, not only because you may be gotten locked up, the system, this, that, and other, that you're plagued with, until you realize they has nothing over you when you're in with those people who, because one voice is one voice in the wilderness. But imagine 1,000. The trees would bow, the animals would flee or come grovel at your feet. And I don't mean groveling, begging. This is what's very important. It's tantamount to your existence until you get there. And I'm going to give the tea in the simplest of forms. Like I said, I've got plenty. All right. So again, I appreciate y'all, and they can keep doing whatever they doing. I don't care. It's on them. I already burnt the candle at both ends, so they might as well have a field day. You listen there, little youngins, have a field day. Go ahead. Mess with the account. Mess with this. Mess with that. Keep right at it. Let them bring some more new ones in. It's going to reach out and touch them. But I need, first of all, the conviction. I need it to be seen. So please, manipulate that. Manipulate that. Put the gold. Do the little teeny tiny dingy thingies. Go right ahead with your little fake mantras and your little this, that, and fake magic. Go right ahead. It's not to my beloveds. Marcus Williams was having beloved. It's just to the idiots. And I'm saying that because I want you to be stirred thinking I am caught up in some feelings. I am not. I am excited because that's what I've done. I fished them right on in, and they're not as bright as they think. So please, continue to manipulate. It's not personal. It damn sure ain't me against you, and it sure ain't you against me. So, with that being said, to the hidden audience, appreciate y'all taking the time. I'll see y'all at around 4:35 o'clock, and we'll get the other read on. Did anybody donate? Want me to see so I give you a shout out? If you did, I see some orange numbers up on there. Did somebody? No, it was just Humber French. Okay. Nope. Anyway, appreciate y'all. And later on, we're going to read quite a bit because I really want to get more and more through this Exposing the Expositions. 18, I want to get Heidi Mikowski's. I want to read quite a bit of that, guys. And we're going to take our time with Heaven Bearers because that is really good. All right. It's a stretch, but it's really good. Okay. And the cramp went away. I had a beat on it. And see, it's funny. I just ate a small little, like a teaspoon of these, right? High in potassium. You got to have magnesium too. Manganese, I forget which manganese is the best one. Well, I already did that on a video before, but I'll address it again. But what will I eat today? I don't know, man. What will I eat? I have organic Japanese noodles, which I love. I have mushrooms. I have broccoli. I've got callaloo. I've got olives, black, red, green. Maybe I need to pick up an onion. I don't like to keep onions for a long time. I'm going to figure something out. I got about an hour to go. All right. Appreciate you guys anyway. So it's nothing but respect, and I'll see you all here shortly. You already know.